everybody. Happy, what is it, Friday, TGIF? Woohoo! Can you guys hear me okay? Testing, testing. I always forget to move my microphone close to me. I don't know what it is about that. How's it going? Hi, Tracy. Let's see who's all here. I felt like giving the Chris Madonna vibes from the interview room music to start with. Because I've been rewatching things lately to make sure, I got everything right in my brain when doing these readings, right? Hi, Guidance. Thank you for being here, 12-Step Woman. Dope Soul, my girl. Working and commuting and watching. Thank you so much. Single Mom. Hey, girl. Panel Hopper. Girl, I love that name. Oh, it's Mallory. Okay, cool. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Grammy H. Lovely to see ya. All right, so we've got some things to get into. Oh, this is your first live from me. Hang on to your britches. I do my best. I'm not a professional live person, but I think I do okay. So let me know how I do. I'd love to hear. It gets crazy. So it's like it starts out with logic and facts and let's see what we can do. And then it goes straight into spiritual world where we do readings and all that fun stuff. So I wanted to talk about the district attorney and the Detective Pruitt. And the reason why I wanted to talk about them is because it's very strange to me that both of them come out right around the same time. And it kind of makes me feel like they're just saying, we don't have much, there is a grand jury hearing and, we're right back where we started. Are you? But are you? Of all the tips and all the searches and all of the speculation and the YouTubes, potential informants, people going against the Wells, Candace and Dawn, Grandma, all of it. Just, you don't have anything. I don't know about that. So we're going to talk about that. I just want to kind of go over the basics, just like everybody else has. But there was something that kind of stood out to me. So I'm sorry if you've already heard it 100 times, but it's just going to get my mind into that listening to what the DA is saying, listening to Detective Pruitt, asking some questions about specific things that we all know to be true here on these YouTube streets. And then we're going to do readings. We're just going to see what happens. All right, so I'm going to play this because I've only watched it twice. And I'm going to tell my dog to quit zombieing. You hear that? He rolls around on the carpet after he gets his bath, and he goes, rah, rah, rah. It's crazy. He's been doing it for days. Hi, Heather the Invisibrat. That's cute. Welcome in. All right, let's just watch it again. We're going to watch this one first, and then the Detective Pruitt's video. Then we're going to ask questions, get into the reading. I don't hear anything. Hold on. See if it'll play.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Normally, we hear from a district attorney general about prosecutions.
Y'all hang tight. I just have to change a setting because I've been playing with that voice mod thing I got. All right. Don't come at me. If anybody knows that's been in my other lives, I have a new voice mod thing that it's fun. It's fun. All right. Let's see if that works.
But what happens
Nope.
when there's nothing to prosecute?
Did not work. Hang on. Gotta have technical difficulties when Saturn's being Saturn right now. Just kidding. But kind of. Not kidding. Come on. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Owning a business comes with pressure.
I can't hear anything.
There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately,
Maybe it's me.
there's Insperity. They expand my HR capabilities.
With Insperity, nothing seems impossible.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Normally, we hear from a district attorney general about prosecutions, but what happens when there's nothing to prosecute?
Tonight, we continue our investigation into finding out what happened to Summer Wells. Ansley Daniels spoke with District Attorney General Dan Armstrong in his first interview about the case and what his role is almost 10 months in when no one has been charged.
On the night of June 15th, District Attorney General Dan Armstrong called in the TBI to help with the search for Summer Wells in the Beech Creek community. Now, as the 10-month mark is approaching, his role is looking ahead to the possibility of charges.
It's a case that has implications of the legal system and the law, but you couldn't classify it right now as there's no criminal charges been filed.
Summer's older brothers were put into CPS custody last July, but no charges have been filed over their removal. However, their father, Don Wells, is serving time in the Hawkins County Jail over DUI and violation of probation charges.
This is a very complicated issue that has been made more complicated by the players in this drama.
No one has been arrested or charged in relation to the little girl's disappearance, but that doesn't mean it couldn't happen at some point.
We make ourselves available to both the Sheriff's Office and the TBI to advise them as to the consequences of the next step that they're proposing to take and how we can do it to where if there is eventually a prosecution, it'll be what they gather will be something that would be that we could introduce in a court. Make sure we cover all those bases.
If an arrest ever does take place, that's when Armstrong will look at what charges can be filed.
If it ever got to the point where we were ready to consider charges, then of course they would talk to me about what charges and who to charge. And a case like this would generally go to a grand jury if it ever got to that point.
Armstrong declined to comment about Don Wells' current legal troubles. Even though he stays in touch with law enforcement about where they're at in this investigation, he is almost at a standstill in his particular role.
All right, so obviously they're saying so district attorneys typically are like a liaison or a advisor to law enforcement about what they can and cannot charge someone, right? And depending on the evidence, especially with a grand jury, it's a big deal. It's harder. In most cases, when you don't have a body or you don't, like in criminal cases where there's no body, it's hard. But it's happening more and more because of the technology and stuff, right? So here's my thing. My thing is, we all know that there's child neglect going on. You could see it in Summer Wells and her teeth, her being dirty, the house and its condition when, law enforcement showed up in the first place, drugs. Jose is a witness to these things. There are Allie and Allie's family. There's so many things, right, that could be used against them in some way. But I think the reason why they're not is because they would rather have that indictment from a grand jury about Summer. Those little charges, in my opinion, if they did, because you know how, guys, I'm always like, charge everybody for not being a mandated reporter in Tennessee and all that stuff, But come to think of it, it would maybe disrupt the process of a potential grand jury indictment, So that's just my opinion. That's why they haven't, because they totally could. So I was looking at the website, the Tennessee District Attorney's Office, and looking at homeboy, Dan Armstrong. We go down to Hawkins County. kind of get a feel for Mr. Dan. Hometown Memphis. Elected August 2014. He's membership of the Fairview Baptist Church. Well, I don't know. Where's Mohawk? It's in Mohawk, Tennessee, so I don't know. You know how Baptists are, man. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but there's some bias sometimes. Especially Baptists. I was raised for a very short time Baptist, so. Al Time says, I think they know, but they just don't have the physical evidence to charge them now and risk the case. Right. Or they do, and they're trying, oh, single mom. You've been a member for 2 months. Awesome. Thank you for being here. I love my members. Yeah, so I think they're kind of being coy. Like, well, because Pruitt, and we'll see in a minute, says we're basically where we started at the beginning. There's no way. There's no way that could be true, in my opinion. I think there's just more implications, just like Dan Armstrong said. There's just more things going on. So, is it Mohawk County? Mohawk? Wow. 12-step, I hoping that too, Al Time, about them knowing, yeah. All right. So, how far away is that? And there's a reason why it's good to know, like, the background a little bit of Dan Armstrong and Pruitt. Some of the cases they've worked on that are bigger, or, obviously Pruitt has no experience in this kind of a case with Summer, because he said it. This is not anything like he's ever worked on, but it's kind of interesting to see how Dan Armstrong and what he's kind of done and where he's from and all that stuff. I think everybody should be doing this, honestly. Like, if there was a big case around my area, I would like to know the process, who's involved, what their backgrounds are, how they handle things, because you never know. You never know. Let's just see how far it is from Rogersville. 12-step woman, tree trimmers knocked one down into our street. Daughter nurtured it, and now it's, oh, that's nice. Afro-human, should I start over or replay that part later? No, I mean, you don't have to replay it. It's basically him just saying that it's very, there's a lot of implications in the case, and that basically he's like the advisor to Hawkins County law enforcement on what charges could be placed on whoever regarding Summer Wells' case. They don't really say anything about child neglect. You never hear anything about those things. CPS, obviously the news said something about the boys being taken out of the home. So obviously everyone's kind of thinking the same thing I am, especially the news, because they said, right after he said, we just need more evidence and things, so that there is an indictment. That's the whole point of a grand jury. And, panel hopper, thank you so much. The money, so you better treat me right. Well, that's right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hi, Theresa. It is a 30-minute drive. So, okay, this isn't... He's probably very familiar with Hawkins County and everything like that. So, he's not too far away. That's just kind of what I wanted to see. Okay. So, there are juvenile courts, general session courts, child support, magistrate court, criminal, and civil. Very typical. Focuses for him is victim services, fentanyl awareness, elder abuse, and prescription drug abuse. So potentially Dan Armstrong, again, who is the District 3 district attorney, right, for Hawkins County, he's aware. He's aware of these things. That's great. Wow. Good for him. Fentanyl awareness, which is a huge problem in Hawkins County alone, and prescription drug abuse. It's funny you mentioned that. So Grandma, I heard recently there was some information from Benny Keys Live. I believe it was Benny Keys Live, that Grandma has to go to Wisconsin. She's like a resident of Wisconsin, and she goes to her pain management doctor to get her prescription. And there was something interesting that came up about grandma going to the doctor to get, or to the hospital to get, what was it, knee injections and or the medication that she was needing for the pain. That's interesting. I don't know how she gets her medication, but it would make sense to me that she's going to Wisconsin to get them. So why would you need more pain medicine? And apparently it's hydrocodone, which wears off. I mean, I get it. You build a tolerance and stuff, but just interesting to think about. It says he went to work for the Tennessee Department of Human Services as a legal assistant, so that's how he started. And he was promoted to assistant general counsel. In the late 80s, he was appointed DA in the 3rd Judicial District, serving the Child Support Division and Criminal Division. So he's been doing this for a while. And then he was elected DA in 2014. So for a very long time, he was at least assistant DA, which does a lot of hard work for the DA. So he, quote, asked why he became a prosecutor, he explained, quote, "I was told that being a prosecutor was the greatest job in the legal profession because we get to do the right thing for the right reason every time. I have found that to be true over the last 34 years of service." So this is no chump. So I really take what he says very, very seriously. So there's a Rogersville criminal office. There's a Greenville, Morristown office as well. So, well, let's see what In the News says. I kind of need to get a feel for this DA, because what I want to do is see if there's anything that's going to come through the beat box and the spirit box and the cards to suggest if there's at least something. I really don't want to know the details, because obviously I don't want anybody to know that. You shouldn't. We don't want anybody to get a leg up on the deal. But I just kind of want to know the roundabout. Is there something? So that I think that we can breathe for a minute, because we're always just like, when is this going to freaking end? And Summer get justice. So, okay. Campaign seeks to educate teens on dangers of fentanyl. It is a problem. It is a problem. I hear all the time, because I'm signed up to all of the news for Hawkins County and around Tennessee, and it's just fentanyl overdose, people getting busted left and right. And for some reason, I also get the North Carolina side. I'm guessing that's because it's right there. But I get all of that stuff too, and it's fentanyl overdoses, drug busts. It's insane. But I really like this guy. Like, I really do. I get a good feeling that he has he's not like Ronnie Lawson, where he's just kind of a shit and matter of fact. So, I will look at your comments now, Afro. Should I start over or play? Oh, I was saying you don't really have to. All right, so let's go to Detective Pruitt. Oh, I wondered if there was any meeting schedule. No events found. Committees, history and purpose, meet the team. What's TSRP? Traffic safety resource. Okay. Homicide law support group. Navigating the court process resources. There might be. Hi, Barb. Hello. All right. Nothing. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Meth destroys. Huh. Deceptive danger. Fentanyl. All right. Now we're going to go to lead investigator for Summerwell's case speaks for the first time. And I know, guys, again, I know that you've already heard this probably a billion times. But again, we're going to get to the mindset of what they're saying so that it will lead us to the right direction. That was on April 4th. Sure was. God, doesn't it just seem like time flies? It's been almost 10 months, guys. On the 15th of April. Hi, Heather. All right, so I'm going to shut up and let's watch this really quickly.
Más grande del país, Jack.
Got 20 seconds of this damn ad. For Ducks Unlimited. Duck Expo. Look at all those people. Dang. I didn't know that was so prevalent.
Well, today, for the first time, we are learning the lead investigator in the Summer Wells case is speaking out. The pressure has been immense on the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to figure out what happened to a little girl who reported missing back in June.
Ansley Daniel has been following this case closely. She has an update. Ansley?
Josh and Sarah, there was frustration, some anger, and the presence of a heavy burden when I sat down with the detective John Pruitt with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. He's led this investigation into Summer's disappearance. He told me that as difficult as this case is to work, he is nowhere near giving up.
It is a lot to shoulder, it's a lot to burden. We have a missing child that we haven't found yet.
Almost 10 months and so much heartache. And investigators aren't immune from that hurt. The question of what happened to Summer Wells still has no answer.
There haven't been very many cases like this. I have never worked a missing child case with all these different entities and agencies involved.
The lead investigator on the case says his days are devoted to finding her.
My day, I check tip line and voicemail when I first get here. I do phone calls and follow-ups on any credible leads I've got. I follow up on anything that I didn't get to a good conclusion the day before. Then I go into my normal caseload of any new cases I've got, follow-ups on them.
They've received nearly 2,000 tips.
I will follow up on everything I can to try to bring closure for this.
Self-proclaimed online investigators and social media sleuths have turned this case into a mess of ideas. And tips have come in from everywhere across the U.S. and even overseas. That help, Pruitt says, has led to little more than time wasted.
If these people want to help so much, we always accept applications to certified individuals.
He says the investigation has led to the continued thought that if Summer is found, it will be nearby.
I believe that she would probably be somewhere close by, because we found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside the TBI and FBI. Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data. Almost a year into the case, and Detective Pruitt says it still remains a very active investigation.
I'm not going to let it go cold.
Well, Detective Pruitt assures that what happened to Summer Wells is still being investigated daily. Tonight at 6, he walks us through each day and what it is like for a case that is like no others for all the investigators involved.
Ansley, thanks.
And of course, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND or email tips to tbi@tennessee.gov if you have anything at all.
An Amber Alert remains active for Summer Wells. If you have credible information.
All right. So I loved when he was like, we are hiring. Put in an application. That's so funny. Like, stop trying to be a detective. You know, but we have to remember, guys, that the taxpayers of Tennessee are paying them for a service to uphold the law and protect and help find justice. So when they feel like the public feels like that's not happening, the public will put their foot in. That's just how it is these days with technology. So it's their job. It's their job to weed through all that. I hate that it's making it harder for you, but sorry about your luck. I feel like he's playing possum on this. Oh, we don't really have anything. We're starting back from the beginning. We're just like what we were in the beginning. I don't believe that. If they're working with the DA and the DA's coming out making a statement. It's either two things: to keep the public to chill out because they know that web sleuths and people of Tennessee are like, grand jury's coming, let's do this. So maybe they were trying to do preventative maintenance, but deep down I think that there might be something. So we're going to look and see about when did they say they were going to have that meeting? Hawkins County Chancery Court and Clerk Master. I'm looking at the actual day, so because I don't like just hearing it and taking that as fact. That's Chancery Court. I don't want that. I'll look at the chat while I'm looking this up. They could be giving Candace time to hang herself. Yep. Monday, April 25th at 6 p.m. Am I reading that right? Oh, please note, excuse me, that the next Hawkins County Commission meeting will be there. Okay. It's kind of good to know who they are too, because obviously, I guess it would be district attorney. It's what I've heard, I think. What? April 11th? That's in 3 days. Really? Hold on. He looks like a winner. Suspect accused of shooting at Hawkins Green deputies. Wow. But I read something. TBI agents. Oh, that was in 2021. Shoot. It looks like June, though. It looks like June is kind of the time for the past 2 years, because I saw it earlier. Would it be on the DA's office, though? Yes, April 11th and then August. So I guess it does it like quarterly maybe or something. Okay. Or every few months on the 11th. Okay. I'm going to take y'all's word for it because I get fine. I've been looking everywhere this morning and got sidetracked. Okay. So April 11th. That's 3 days. That is 3 days. So, so now we have to think about what has been coming out in the past few days. So we had Benny Keys and all the evidence. If y'all... I'm not going to play his videos. I refuse to do that because I'll probably get blasted anyway. And I wasn't very nice calling him Bum Benny Keys or Benny Bum Keys or whatever on my video about the Dolly Vision chaos that happened last night. Woo! But I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play his stuff. But obviously there was evidence that was coming out, like a list. And there was some things like laptops with serial numbers on it. There's a whole list. So, I saw it's June then August, like every other month. Okay. I think they had the schedule at the bottom of one of the articles. Okay. Would it be, but, okay, so it's grand jury, so that is criminal circuit court. It would be Hawkins County. Oops. I'm just going to put this little rumor to rest. Hawkins County. It would be criminal court. Grand jury schedule. I'm doing my best. It's every 3 to 4 months for the grand juries around where you are. Yeah, in Texas, it's all the time. It is all the time. Like every month, I think. Attention all jurors. A jury trial for Monday, April 4th has been resolved. And your presence will no longer be needed. What? Hey, Carla. What's up? It's loading. It's loading. Hawkins Circuit Court. Oh, it's a Facebook page. They linked the Facebook page. That made no sense. Thank you. I've been looking all morning. Really, I have. And this is all July. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. I don't think anybody's even posted on this since last year. What y'all doing, Hawkins? Circuit Court? Yeah, see? Anywho. Let's see when I'm just going to read the article. I would hope it's in there. Because I read this article this morning. Nothing. It said that next month, I think. See, older brothers were put into Child Protective Services last July, but no charges have been filed over their removal. And I'm telling you, it's because they want to go straight to Summer's case, because if something comes up with Summer related to why they had to move or to be removed from the home, there might be multiple charges. So I think it's trying to get into a little nice package to just nail their ass. I really do. Yeah, Mom, they don't usually announce grand jury dates because it's kind of secret. That makes sense. I swore I saw it somewhere, though, or heard it. I think it was maybe Chasing Truth. District Attorney General knows possible charges. Anyway, I guess it really doesn't freaking matter. It's, I think, in April. So, we're just going to leave it there. I just sent you an email. Oh, right on. Okay, I'm going to be fast. I've been trying to keep up with my emails. Oh, you're the best. You're the best. You are the best. All right. The grand jury will next meet on Monday, April 11th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Mike Reeves. I'm going to put his name down there. You know what? I've actually got Reeves a few times back in December on my readings, and I was like, who the hell is Reeves? Maybe this is it. You may be prosecuted for perjury for any oral or written statement which you make under oath to the grand jury when you know the statement to be false. Thank you so much. And Jody Evans. Jody Evans. Do I know that name? That sounds familiar too. Deputy Clerk Criminal Court. I'm sure we've heard it a few times. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That squashed that claim. Altime says, I find it difficult to believe that all of the electronic devices they seized delivered absolutely no evidence. Not one place shows Candace and Grandis and Hunter and Summer in the car, in the truck, going somewhere. I mean, we don't know what they have, but if they're saying, if the Deputy Pruitt is saying we're right back where we were when we started, that tells me either you're lying or there's nothing, not even a camera. I know Chris Madonna said that there was Walgreens footage, and really didn't go into a huge amount of detail that I'm aware of. But all of those places, all of them, the hippie house doesn't have. I mean, come on. Monday, grand jury, Monday. Oh, girl. They don't, they don't, I think that's a closed session, right? Like grand jury indictments are, I think those kind of meetings are tight-lipped. Anyway, all right, guys, you know what time it is. So I am going to write down a few questions that I have, which is, basically, what's the story on a successful, because you have to be careful when you ask spirit. You can't say yes or no very often. It's very hard to get yes or no answers for me, because it could literally say yes, but I'm like, yes, what? Yes, they're gonna indict, or yes, it's a waste of time. So I can't do yes or no's very well. Yeah, it's closed. I thought they were. So what's the story on a successful indictment for Summer's case and those who harmed her? I'm not even going to say a name. And those involved in her disappearance. You got to be careful with these questions. If y'all have any questions, good questions that you think will be beneficial, kind of making this thing shake, you let me know. I've served on a grand jury twice now. I've never had to do that, thankfully. That was amazing live on Dolly Vision. Yeah, panel. That was. Does he even have it on right now, or I have it up? Because there was some poor choice of words on Ernie's side, to say the least, but on everybody. Talking about gangs, it was just bananas. I would like to know, as well as that question is, I said a few weeks ago that I feel like this case is going to come to a head with law enforcement and charges in 2 months. And that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'm thinking like a month. We got a month and a half or so. Something's going to just smack somebody in the face. And I have a feeling it's evidence. And I have, in the past readings I've done, there's always been something about a rug in the home. A rug in the home, there's something, and it said spot on it. I don't know if they have gotten rid of anything like that. I don't know. But that's always kind of been a thing that's come up habitually. I have to go and listen to that live. Yeah, I don't know if it's up, but... Oh, it's down right now? It's going to keep it down or just edit it. Wow. I want to know about the bag of boys' clothes that police took from the house the next day. That would make sense to grab their clothes because of DNA, right? Like, that would kind of let law enforcement know if anything the boys may have been involved in were, I don't know. But that would make sense as a law enforcement officer, right? To grab any and every kind of thing that they could think of that might be a possibility. Now, remember, Jose said that when they talked to him, it was 8 days into the investigation. He said that they already had it in their minds from what they were asking him that the parents had something to do with her and the disappearance of Summer. They could be in the same spot that was on the clothes in the bag. That's a good, yeah, in the bag. Picnic blanket. Ooh, yeah, that was taken, right? There was like can't remember exactly what all it was, but the evidence is, I'm also going to ask, what kind of evidence is the most powerful? Give me the story of what evidence is the most powerful. So not only the story, but maybe it'll say something like phone or cloth or whatever, car, truck. So just one size, though, size 14. Could a picnic blanket be a rug? I mean, maybe it was used as a rug and they just grabbed it. It's totally possible. Tracy says, I have a screenshot of a list I can send you. You know what? I might actually have it in Discord. Hold on. I think I do, actually. That would be helpful. What kind of evidence is missing? That's a great question. Yeah. What kind of evidence is missing? Or what kind of evidence needs to be found? And where would you look? Woo, doggy. So let me see if I can find it. I sent it to chat earlier. Oh, okay, great. I'd be careful to using the verbiage of concrete because I know it would come up multiple ways. Exactly. So you have to be kind of specific, but not too specific in a sense where it pigeonholes you into an answer that you would still be unsure of. So like you try to get as accurate as you can from spirit, but it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy to get that shit across anyway, so don't mess it up, kind of thing. I kind of want to know about Allie's involvement. There's something about Allie and there's something about Jody Sue that's always stuck in my mind, in Jackie Dobbs. Always. Like I said, the reading that I did when I asked about Jackie Dobbs, it said Dobbs, it said yes when I asked about it. So I think maybe he knew something or is involved in some way, but that's alleged for entertainment purposes only. So that it will always stick there. Oh, I do want to ask about the Utah vigil or the Utah marker for summer. I want to know why would they make that? What was the reasoning for that if they don't know that she's passed, allegedly, right? Why would they make a marker in Utah for her? What's the story? Hunter probably knows that happened. Yeah. And what does... I don't like bringing in minors into these kind of things, but you know, he wasn't acting like a minor because of his parents, you know? So I still want to stick to my roots on that, but so tough. Where is that list? I'm looking. Red Truck Tim. I love Harsh Reality, guys. If you have not, please go sub to Harsh Reality. I don't really care about the drama that happened with Justice for All. I don't. Oh, did y'all hear about Candace Bly on dating sites searching for a new man? Whoo! I'm going to just ask that to be funny. Is Candace trying to get her a new man? What's she trying to do there? Just to be petty. Is she trying to get new relationships? Is she lonely? All right, I'm going to go look at... thank you, Suzanne. Damn it. We got a lot of Suzamas. Sorry. I want that list of evidence, though. That's going to help. You the bomb. Here we go. LG track phone, cell phone, black in color. Quilted bag containing picnic items and blanket. So so the whole time that I was griping about the picnic bag, like, where's the picnic basket? Where's the bag of clothes that change in? Where's the towel? So maybe there were, but they weren't in the video when Summer was in the back that you could see. Was Rose missing from Utah? Asking you guys. No, Wisconsin. Hearing she's dating someone she met at Dollar General. Lord Jesus. Help. I don't know what to say. She needs a new income. You said it. Oh, thank you for being here while you're working. Don't get in trouble. Okay. Multicolored striped t-shirt, Old Navy size medium, shirt size medium, Adidas, and one cat and Jack Velcro tennis shoes, size 11. Is that Dawn's? Size 11, like a Cowboys bag. Oh, like Dallas Cowboys? Because I think Homegirl likes Cowboys. That's about the only thing that we have in common. Apple iPad, 16 gigabytes with that serial number, silver in color, Samsung cell phone, HP laptop, Toshiba laptop. So probably everything that they had in the sense of technology in the house. Is there anything else? Don't think so. Cool. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate you. Summer's tennis shoes. Oh, Summer's. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the one that Benny found. Man, don't even get me started on that. All right. I think we got some pretty big questions that could break down into more information. Not too specific, but specific enough not to be confused with other things. Yeah, Cat and Jack is kid brand. Yep. I love Cat and Jack. Well, I did. Their shit's from Target. Like, it shrinks. A lot of clothes from Target, in my opinion, shrinks. So it's like you have to get sizes a little bit bigger. Anyway. But I still like their pants and stuff for my son. All right, guys. Y'all ready for this? I am. My youngest is a large boy, older than the oldest of the Wells boys, and wears size 10 shoes. He's 14. Whoa. It's a big difference. Ready for this? Testing, testing. Okay. I think it works. Pretty sure. Carter's and Oshkosh, my fave. Yeah, it was not a Paw Patrol shoe. Right. Right. It's being a turkey. Sorry. All right. What I'm going to do is step away literally for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I've got to hone in for just a second. I've already got beep beeps. Y'all want to see? It's strong. That's why I wanted to go and calm down because I'm kind of shaky. So look. Look at that blue light. That's my cups. I got my ice to cool me down when I sweat, because y'all know I sweat during these. Y'all know it. So we've already got spirit. So I'm going to have to take just a minute. Don't go too far. Get you a snack. Get you a blanket. Get you both. Get you some water for sure. Say a little prayer, a protection prayer, whatever you do. And I'm going to do the same. Give me 2 minutes, okay? Because I think this is going to be next level. Okay. I'm going to put some, you know what I'm going to do? I am, before we get started on this, I am going to play a clip of Candace talking. Every time I do that, it seems to, I don't know, almost trigger a lot of activity even more. Because I think that obviously she's the main one to be looked at. So I'm going to do Candace watering hole. That's what I'm going to do. Mr. Eve! Haha, I'm trying to get everyone in line. She says, hey everyone, sorry I'm working and can't really watch. Just wanted to tell everyone thank you for supporting Eve. That's very sweet. That's my husband, by the way, Mr. Eve, in the chat. That's very sweet. Mr. Eve, eyes on the planes. Don't work too hard. Yeah. Summer Wells, Candace's sister Jeannie lives with Jinkies at Warriors Park. Oh, God, I don't even go there. I love BCD. I might just play hers. Even Candace Bly said it makes no sense. A truth from the missing child mama. I'm going to play that real quick. I'll be right back. And go subscribe to BCD.
Hi y'all, how y'all doing? It's Dee. When Candace was at the waterhole with Chris of TIR, the interview room, she even admitted that it doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't make any sense. You got a little girl that's supposed to disappear out of a locked or unlocked, you don't know, basement. Of course it doesn't make any sense. None of this case makes any sense. None of it. It's all fabricated. It's all lies. I don't know why they just don't go ahead and arrest Candace for giving a minor alcohol and vapes and all that. I don't know why they just don't go ahead and lock her butt up, and then they can deal with her and interrogate her while they got her there and let her dry out a little bit. That's what she needs. She'll never get her kids back with this behavior she's been doing lately. Candace never took up any time with that baby. That's why she loved Robin so much. She was starved for attention. I know. I can see it. Everybody can see it. Summer loved Robin because she was a motherly figure, not a thug figure. Candace probably just sits around all day and gets high and drinks and, well, they said she starts drinking at 5:30 in the afternoon. Whoop-dee-doo. I bet you she can't go one day without drinking. Not one day. I used to be an alcoholic. I know what it's all about. Trust me, I know. And it will kill you deader than a doornail. And this kind of stuff on YouTube is certainly not good for people's mental health. I had to take a little break a couple of months ago. But I'm back now.
This is DCB.
I want for nothing more in the world than for Summer to be found, so all this nightmare be over. And I know everybody else would wish that too. But there's a lot of discrepancies and untruths in this story. I've never been to Tennessee, but I'd be damned if I ain't getting tired of going up and down Ben Hill Road. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Thank you. Gonna start live streams soon. I love y'all. Best wishes. Thank you. Y'all go watch Trasha Junkins and subscribe to her. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you.
Okay. Love her. BCD has been very eye-opening because she, she's true to herself and her story and her past, and she has very wise input on the case. She calls it for what it is. She's from the area, and it makes sense. So, I'm getting ready, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, energy is high, y'all. So, if you're new here and you don't know what I'm about to do, what I typically do is I pull cards of what I call angelic energy, or what people call angelic energy, to see what's kind of guiding this force. I just think of it as divine energy. People just like to put names on things to make them feel better. It's just the human nature to put things where they belong in their mind. It's energy that you pull from that are more divine than others, right? Then I use cards to pull one big energy, or maybe multiple, it depends. Usually with Summer Wells' case, it's 1 to 3. And I'm going to show you here in a minute while I'm shuffling. I have 2 decks that I use to guide me because I'm a little bit too logic for my liking. And so it kind of helps me piece together what Spirit's trying to tell me, because I'm not artistic at all. I'm an accountant. So it makes sense. I need help. So I use 2 decks for Summer Wells's readings. And then what I do is at the very end, I tie it all together with these things called oracle cards. And you have to understand that you interview with these cards and kind of get to know them. And it's not the cards you're interviewing, it's the energy behind them directing you. So each one has a specific purpose, and the oracle cards has a nice little quote to kind of tie into everything to tell you, you know, just hang tight. This is what's going to happen. This is what we talked about. It's pretty accurate. Sometimes though, I'm like, what the hell? That didn't help me at all. But that's on me. That ain't on Spirit. Okay, y'all ready? Drink my water. Clean the air. Now, it bogs down my computer, guys, to play the spirit box. So I'm just going to play it and let you know what the words are, if you don't mind. I used to put it on the screen, but it's delayed anyway. It doesn't even work very well. So I'm just going to let it do its thing. Almost ready. Here we go. Turn up the volume. Boom. Can y'all see that okay? I'm going to flip it around so y'all can see the words better. So it's doing its thing. Mods, if you could please put the words in the chat. And if you don't know what it says clearly, or I didn't say it, just holler at your girl and I will do my best. And I might have to stop it. Okay. All right, let's see what the angel energy guiding this is going to be about Summer Wells and her case and where legally it is heading. All right, so let's see what we got. Sometimes it says father, y'all. Sorry, I didn't turn it up enough. It said father. Wow, I done messed up. It said father. That was crazy. Like, I don't even need this little EMF enhancement because it's just going insane. All right, so we have divine energy patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather the information. Enjoy being a student. That's what we're doing. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. There it is. Because in the future, you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Boom. Let's set it right here. Patience. And don't worry, there's other cases that I'm working on right now that had the same one. Exercise. It was misspelled. E-X-C-C-I. That was weird. It said exercise. Oh, the father's exercising his rights? Now, hold on. Okay, I just got chills about jail. Okay. Something about exercising their rights, but not to remain silent, but there's something specific in the jail. I saw Dawn in jail, and there's something specific that, I think it's the Miranda rights. Because I've been going over that in the last 2 weeks. For some reason, there's something specific that Chris Madonna said on the lab about that whole situation. That's something to write down. Maybe we'll ask. Will. It was spelt like a child would spell exercise if they tried. It was really bad. It was really bad. Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. That is a very difficult thing. That is a very difficult thing to do. And this is called Grace and Antoinette. So there's a child in a well. This comes up a lot with Miss Summer. And it's a motherly figure, but it reminds me of Rose, doesn't it? Look. Sorry, it's not focusing. Fireman. Churchill Fire and Rescue. Learn. And you know what? I know that I'm jumping all over the place and I'm already sweating. So that's why my camera's off. There was a guy named Willis that came through, or the name Willis came through a long time ago, back in 2021, I think August. And it said, that was Harmony Montgomery's mom just texted me. Funny. It said Willis or Mathis. And it was an EMT responder that takes a call. And this EVP reading was about somebody taking a call, going to an apartment, and finding someone, finding evidence. Do you know who they found in an apartment recently? Guys, they found a girl named Brianna who was friends with Candace, who went to prison for taking a baby. It was for kidnapping. She took the baby because the parents were feeding the baby meth and drugs. So this is coming back into place. It's the Churchill Fire Rescue Squad. There is something that they might be involved in soon. That has been lingering for a long time with me. And I even made a video about that a while back, about the fraud going on there. Wanda Sykes, I think her name is. She was indicted for fraud and embezzlement, basically. Oh. Marriage. This is the angel name. Governor. Here, maybe if I get it closer, it'll... Anyway, it's about marriage, all right? It's about marriage. Hydrant. Check it. Check the fire hydrant? I don't think hydrant, because when I was thinking of Churchill Fire and Rescue, I'm thinking of a specific person within the Churchill Fire Rescue Squad. There is someone specific that's connected in some way, and I just don't know. I'm still here listening. Septic. Claim. It says claim. Maybe somebody's going to find something or know something. I'm going to see if there's anything else that's trying to... Nope, that's a no. Thank you. It's always threes. So this one is the big picture energy that the whole entire universe in itself is kind of contributing to her case that has been pulled. Beast. Ooh. Animals. Animals in the woods. This is nature. It's nature. See if there's anything else. All about nature. And loss. Look at that. Loss. I'm going to see if there's anything else that's going to pull about the woods. Her being obviously more than likely gone, right? God, I'm sweating so bad. It's unreal. Whew. So what do y'all think beast would mean? I think it's animals. So what I just got when I asked that out loud was a piece of evidence. Angela Michelle, please contact Lady Justice. She found a name badge. Maybe connection to your fire and rescue guy. Perfect. I will do that. Nope. No other energy. Just forest and lost, which is woods. Wow. Insane. I'm going to turn this off and on because it gave me an error message or an error. Sweet. All right. Okay, so I use this deck right here. It's just the right deck. It's a typical deck. This one has been used from the beginning for her. Wild animals having something to do with it. Yeah, I'm seeing hogs and I'm seeing something bringing evidence forward potentially, or has. Definitely at one point in time. And I think it has something to do with taking something off of the property at one point. So it might not find her, but it might have something to do with it. Camp. Jackie Dobbs. I said that was the, I'm telling you, Jackie Dobbs was in my mind when I was talking about the woods. And I don't like to say any names like that because I just don't. But I was thinking of him and it said camp. Crazy. So the question that I want to ask, because I feel like this is going to be an energy that's very high and it's going to wipe me the hell out very quickly. What is the story about the legal process of the grand jury indictment meeting? What is the story about the indictment for those involved in Summer's disappearance and or demise? Mirror. That was brought up a long time ago about justice. A long time ago. It was when Chris Madonna was doing his going into the house. And that's where the rug, a mirror, and a panel, like you know how you have panels on your walls and it has pictures, that also came up too. Queen of Pentacles is always either Grandis or Candace. It says help. It's going to help. Maybe there's something in the reflection of the mirror in that interview room. Recording from Ben Hill. Maybe we need to look at that again, but this is always Grandis or Candace. Always. This is my death card. Ten of Swords is always, go look at my videos every single time. Y'all. Every single time. So there might be, my question is about the indictment. All right. Here, it's very, this deck is board, B-O-A-R-D. Do y'all remember the boards that were broken up on the property? Y'all remember that? We need to look at that. We need to go look at that interview room with Chris Madonna very soon. Very, very soon. What else about it? Eight of Wands. Protecting from going anywhere on that property. Who can anybody tell me who was like, nobody's searching my property? Who was that? I bet we all know who that is. So I don't have to say anything. You don't have to say nothing. What's the rest of the story? The Chariot. Remember, guys? Mods. Remember? Information coming. And I've always said this. I have always said that the trip to the hospital for Grandis and the trip back is key. It will always, I will die on that hill. Her trip to the hospital and back, the first reading I ever did said snakes while Grandis was at the hospital. And it said offer. It said offer. Shot caller of the holler, y'all. That's right. I want y'all to see if you can see me sweating. Like just beads. I've just been wiping. What else about that? Grand jury. What would be town? Is that nightmares? They are fretting their ass off. And I feel like this is grandest. Arkansas. That Arkansas that just came. Oh, I snapped my fingers because they used Grandis and Candace, and I know Grandma Candace used to live there at one point. Now I'm getting the feeling Rose Bly. I just got Rose Bly in my head. Famine. I think that meant family, to be honest with you guys. I think this is now going into Rose. So shorts. Evidence. Shorts. Okay, hold on. I'm freaking out. Who said something about those shorts in the bag? Who said it? I snap when I'm excited. I'm sorry. Let me look at that evidence photo again. I'm going to hide this cam real quick. All right, we have, oh my gosh, Old Navy bootcut jeans, size 14, multicolored, striped shirt, Old Navy size medium t-shirt. Where's the shorts? I guess it's just the Old Navy bootcut jeans, size 14. Is that the oldest size? Shorts. Bootcut jeans. Maybe that's what's missing, though, is shorts. It was a whole ass outfit. Yeah. Okay. Alright, maybe that's what's missing, though. I have a feeling. Anything else about this? Law enforcement, we need that justice card to show up. Somebody very young. Oh, I forgot to turn this off. Sorry. Somebody very young is ignoring an emotion, and it looks kind of like somebody who was involved in being there. Jinx, yeah. Somebody's ignoring an offering. And this is an emotional offering. So this is Cancer energy. I think Hunter, potentially. There's a couple. What else? Again, entertainment purposes only. Please look at the bottom of my screen for the scrolly reminder that anyone and everyone is innocent until proven guilty by law. This is only to help jog the memory and the mind to get justice for Summer Wells. All right, what we got here? This one comes up a lot. The guy with the shovel looking over his prized possessions. Seven own. Well, this is the Seven of Pentacles. Said seven own. I know, I'm sorry. I'm doing what I can. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is the big finale conflict where your ass is literally handed to you and you're very protective and you will not give up that fight of sticking to the story. No, it's my cameras, guys. I'm sorry. And see, nobody wants me, something doesn't want me to talk about it. Place. Is it the woods near the home on Chimney Top Road?
Distance.
Yes, so close. Got it. It is close to the home. Like we've all, I think, suspected from the beginning. Oh, I got big chills. Anything else about... Okay, thank you, Panel Hopper. I was just making sure. It doesn't like to... Cathy Moore. Why did I get Moore before that? I thought it was M-O-R-E. It's M-O-O-R-E. Who's Cathy Moore? Ryan. Who the hell is that? Why am I getting taken back to the Churchill Fire Rescue Squad? So I pulled the High Priestess. Those are my initials in real life. But also this is the secret. This is the secret. Emotions, feelings, intuition. So it's saying I'm on the right path with what I said. Ryan Upchurch. I hope not. I love Ryan though. I appreciate him. All right, so we're going to kind of clarify this. And I think I'm going to stick to two. The two questions, this one, and magazine. Okay. No idea. Living or staying with Cathy. I'm seeing Cathy connected to some organization, but Candace or Grandis. I think maybe even, I don't know, I keep getting it back and forth in different states. So we're going to clarify before I start. We're clarifying what all this means. And this one is my variant one to clarify, which Spirit knows I do it with this, but that's okay. That's okay. There is a past. There in the past was a Catherine antique in your read in February. That is so true, guys. Thank you. Yes. All right. We're going to wrap it up soon after this second question, y'all. P again. Guidance. Heather. Mods. Alert, alert. P. Why is P coming again? Every time, y'all. Go look. P. I think that's DNA. I think that's what it's trying to say, y'all. P. Maybe that's what was on the, some evidence or, oh, this just flew out of my hand. Ten of Swords, my death card. What do we have here? That's the Ten of Swords. So that's clarifying these two right here. Right here. Doesn't get much clearer than that. There's something about P though. That's always come up. Eight of Wands. Look, Eight of Wands, guys. This is crazy. Eight of Wands, Eight of Wands. This is literally clarifying itself, telling me, I don't know why you're doing this. But okay. Pop off, sis.
Slow.
Three of Swords, heartbreak. This is discovery. So this is my discovery of something very tragic. You see the tree right here. There's somebody with a tattoo. Three of Swords. So yeah, that's the information that's going to lead to that heartbreak that we all know is the truth. Not to be ugly, but your body eliminates when you die. Well, it eliminates physically. But does it not feed the earth? And is the earth alive? It is. All right. Whoa, story. Story time. You're pee when you're scared? Yes, ma'am. I know I didn't want to say that. When it said help, that was kind of tying into my thoughts about what was going on. All right, so we have the World Reverse, which is also a death card, but something ending abruptly. The end of a cycle. Wedding. Huh. 8 of Swords. Lots of 8s. So the 8 of Swords is kind of clarifying, I believe, this young man being bound and tied from not being able to speak the truth. You know what I mean? Because of whatever. Here's the mirror. There's that mirror. Thank you for pointing that out, Spirit. Bound from saying anything. I'm wondering if it's the man. Men. Queen of Wands. That comes through, and I've tried so hard to figure out who this was relating to, and I believe that this is to be the person who was closest to Candace in a sense of trust, who has now backed away from her. I think her name is Shannon, because I got Shannon. Yep, I'm getting Shannon. But why is Cathy also coming through? Then now there's 2. 6 of Pentacles. So this one was 7 of Pentacles. This is 6. So it's manipulating the money. That's the secret. That's the evidence right here. Is the word. How'd you get that money? How'd you get that money? Oh, sorry, I had this reversed. Where's that money coming from? Follow the trail. Follow that money. Look in the bank accounts. That's a secret. I know that's true because this isn't going off at all. Now the energy is literally gone. Seriously gone. Wow. So I'm going to ask Spirit Guide to step in and please say something. Sweating so bad. Where's that money? Where'd you get that kind of money? Drive. Subaru. Paid off.
Cemetery.
Oh, honey. They drove her to her demise. Yep.
Accept.
I know. I'm going to cry. You hear that? Drove to the cemetery to accept the fate. Are you talking to me about Utah? Yes. That I is yes. Yes. That marker, that Utah marker was to say their peace. If those hills had eyes, y'all. That's what I just got. If those hills had eyes. That was the confession, wasn't it? That was the confession, wasn't it? Nothing. It won't tell me, but I already know. Tim Mullen was there, though. Is that why we're not going there? Yes. That's why. It's because Tim Mullen was there. And that's the energy that blocks everything. So we're going to wrap this up because I'm not going to push too much farther into it. Because Tim Mullen came into my mind. He kind of is a Debbie Downer. Base. The base of the mountain. Right. Right. it up. We're going to summarize. And guys, thank you so much for being here. You do not know how much it means for you to be here and hear this, see this firsthand. I'm not a loony boony. I'm not. Yeah. So it's funny because it's really, really funny because I thought of Tim Mullen. Things are shutting down. Yep. I already know. The underworld. This is wrapping up everything about this legal process. I did not see justice card yet because I didn't ask about justice being served. I asked what's the story of getting to that point with the grand jury indictment. I don't need the justice card. But there's some effed up stuff. Meat's come through with Tim. Yep, sure has. Some dark shit. It's some dark energy that runs this entire show. Not just Candace and Don and their I call it generational trauma. Weight. Like weight like rocks. What's under those rocks? Summer did not come through this time. Her cards would have come through. And her cards are the Star card and Ace of Cups, because there's a girl in a well in the background. I'll show you real quick. Wow. Candace is pissed about something right now too. I can feel it. So this is what I would have pulled. And I would have been directed to use this deck. See the girl in the well? It always has. It always has. Yeah. Yeah. Talking about Summer. Sweet girl. I can't. I gotta go. Well, let me ask you this, Spirit. Who is guiding this reading besides you and the others? Who is here? Whatever question or whatever answer I get, I will continue. If not, I am incapable of knowing exactly what energies are guiding it after a certain point because I'm drained. Even my voice gets raspy. It's a mess. And I don't want to harm myself. I do matter, and y'all matter, and I don't want you guys to be exposed to anything negative anyway. And who's guiding the answers? Excuse me. This just flew out. Summer. Summer. Wow. On that note, I think I'm going to have to call it. Yeah. That's just how it is. I'm so drained. Body. I know. I know. If you would like to tell us before I leave, you are more than welcome. Spirit guide, if you can guide her to maybe her truth is it's time. My heart breaks. I can only take so much. All right, guys. see if there's anything else. It's trying so hard to say something. And it's not Spirit Guide. I think Spirit Guide's gone on the side to let whatever say something. Let's see. Amazing. Nope. All right. Not strong enough. Guys, thank you so much. I'll do the shuffling here in a minute. I wanted to let you know how important it is for you guys to be here and communicate and give me clues, as well as, you know, helping me kind of understand some of the things that I might be missing full circle. But I think that this reading was probably one of the best ones I've ever had, because it clarified a lot of the old readings that I've done. I know I'm sweating, I'm sorry. That was pretty straightforward. Hey, Chaos Queen. Sure. All right, guys. Protection, light, and love to you. Anything and everything that came through was, in fact, light work. It was not negative. But please drink a lot of water. There's a lot of heightened energy, a lot of things going on, and so just please be careful and protect yourself, and make sure that you, again, drink a lot of water. Hug yourself, hug your babies, hug your grandbabies, hug your fur babies, and I will see you guys on the next live. Bye.